Hello everyone, I hope you're right. In today's video I'm going to show you how my garden is doing in the middle of March. Yeah, time is flying, so it goes by so quick that I think that I need to make an update video how the garden is doing, and weeks just go by. And you can see all the progress that has happened over the past couple of weeks since I filmed my last garden tour video, which was towards the end of February, and so many things have started to bloom. Daffodils have come up and looking absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. I'm really liking the look of the garden. It is filling up really well, and there's loads of interest and loads of color. So let's start here with this archway, looking really good. You can see the jasmine vine creeping up nicely, and this side, this rose bush, I think is gonna look marvelous this year. You can see all the new growth that has come up, and the grapevines I'm not quite sure about. Let's see how they do on each side. And these containers are looking good as well, and the things I planted on each side of the archway have come up really nicely. All the daffodils I think have made it, and the primulas are flowering too, which was earlier in the containers I bought, and then I shifted them here in the garden. So you can see the color splashes here and there. They are coming up really nicely. My raised beds are looking good, so in a couple of weeks they are gonna look absolutely beautiful. So this raised bed I have got strawberry plants and some here in the ground, so they are coming up really nicely. My big trees, bushes, some of them are evergreen and some are deciduous. They are doing really well. There's acer tree which has shed its leaves. It looks absolutely beautiful in summer months. Then you can see the bay laurel, and you can see the photonia red robin coming up with their beautiful red leaves. Looks gorgeous. There are three of them, one here, one over there, and that one. That's a different variety, but looking really good. You can see schemia blooming already. They have been blooming through winter months as well, so looking good. And this is my peach tree, which I planted 2 years ago. I think it is looking good. I'm not sure whether it will flower or not. Let's see how it goes. And there is, my bird bath, which I need to move over here soon. And there are loads of perennials in here which are coming back, and again my containers with evergreens in there and creeping vines and some flowering bulbs. So looking really good. These apple trees I need to prune, and I'm not getting any time to prune them. I did get 2 people in the garden to look at them if they can prune it for me, but that did not work out. So I think I will have to do myself. So I'm just finding the right time to do it. I think I'm getting late. And this one is flowering for the first time I'm here. So this was already here, nice and established. This is Pyrus, blazing Pyrus, I think. Not sure about the exact variety, but the leaves are not looking good this year. This blooms with really beautiful flowers. You can see these teeny weeny flowers, and then they get new growth, the new pink flowers every year, which looks absolutely beautiful. But I'm not sure what happened to these leaves because they are quite moldy looking. This one I cut back hard last year, and now it's coming up with new growth, which is absolutely gorgeous. There's rose bush over there, hookahs, and loads of things are coming up here and there, which I'm quite happy with it. My stone seating area, and it is lined up with these box bushes which I planted 2 years ago. They are growing really well. Orisimum is already huge. There's rhododendron and loads of interest. This is viburnum, I guess, if I remember the name, viburnum, and loads of things here. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with how the things are coming up, filling up really well, looking really good. And the containers over here on the patio area, again with with evergreens for year-round interest. And then I have got tulips coming in them as well. They are creeping vines, and this looking absolutely gorgeous. Can't remember the name on top of my head. Every time I forget its name. Hellebore, yeah, it's Hellebore, looking really good. So I have got another one here which I bought on offer. It was on clearance, so these leaves were dead, so they are done, but you can see the new growth coming off really nicely. So I do need to prune these old leaves. The things are looking really good. I'm quite happy with how it's turning out. This kiwi vine I need to move over there, so I think it will be much better there because it last year it dried out during the heat wave, and I think it will be good over there where it will have more shade. So yeah, as we move into summer months, I will plant more summer annuals in there, and I think the perennials will come up and it will be nice and gorgeous. So I'm quite happy with all the progress, and daffodils are catching, stealing the show at the moment, and I'm really happy with how they have come up. There are loads more to come soon. So let's show you what's going on in the front yard. So this is our front yard come driveway, and we have got few patches here with gravel stones where I have planted, and some containers flanking the entryway. You can see there are evergreens for year-round interest, and I have got loads of spring flowering bulbs coming up, daffodils, hyacinths. These two beauties, they are just about to bloom. I planted them last year, 3 or 4 of them, and I think they are coming back nicely. Daffodils, there are tulips in there, which is a bit early for tulips, and you can see there are some perennials, euphorbia over there, sedum. Here there is ursimum and heathers, they are done. So things are coming up really nicely. This rose bush struggled last year. Let's see how it goes this year. Cherry tree, this did struggle as well, but the other things are doing really well, and the two containers are looking good as well. So as we go into summer months, I can replace the primulas with summer flowering annuals. Here these containers are looking good as well. These vines were already here. I'm not sure about their names, but they are doing really well. This honeysuckle I planted last year, and I want to go up this beautiful palm tree, and I do need to do some pruning on it as well. This rose bush is doing really good. You can see all the new growth, and these tulips are coming up back like it's, I think, 4th or 5th year. I planted this container 4 or 5 years ago, and every year these tulips come back really nicely. So I really like this arrangement. Here side street, I have got a patch where I planted ceanothus. I planted it 2 years ago, and it has already grown huge. Hydrangea coming nicely, and there are asters that will be for autumn. Heathers, spring flowering bulbs here as well. Daffodils and muscaris. This is a bit late because this is, the west facing, so of course the plants on this side are a bit late. Rose here, rose bush, that's looking good. This is yarrow, so you can see the new growth coming down there. I didn't get the chance to prune the top. That's okay, it will be just covered in a month or so. And more evergreens here, which are planted last year, so they will take some time to establish. This was already here, so I don't know the name of that. Rhododendron, camellia. Creeping phlox are planted 2 years ago, and it's covering nicely. And this hebe here, dogwood, and there's forsythia that I planted 2 years ago from bare root, so it's coming up nicely as well. So yeah, so earlier it was just the gravel stone here, nothing else, and I planted everything here for year-round interest. So I'm quite happy with how it's going, although it is a bit neglected because it's side street and people walk around here, throw the rubbish in there, which I try to pick up, and the weeds grow there, but you can understand it's not as taken care as these patches. So these patches looking good. These are alliums coming up, which I planted last year. Quite happy with all the containers and all the plants which I have done so far, and this is my go-to now with evergreens and perennials, and then I can plant the annuals here and there for spring, summer and autumn interest. So I hope you enjoyed watching this tour of my garden. Please keep connected for updates. See you next time. Bye bye.